This video is about the asset tool and how to add an organization and discovery using the asset tool. The asset tool is standard in SiteAudit On-Site 7 and SiteAudit Hosted 7. There are three basic steps to using the template for discovery and organization setup. You'll open the template, you'll add information, and then you'll import it. Very simple. The result should be that you've got a whole organization structure and discovery already imported, and so the only thing you have to do is start the monitoring. To find the template, you'll go to the program file, samples, English, EN, and you'll find the organization import template. It's a CSV file. You'll click on it, it'll open, and you simply add the organization structure, the discovery associated with the organization, and any location. Now let's look at an example. Here we have a database or a customer, and the name of the customer is Happy Company. Let's look at the asset tool. So in version 7, what you find if you look under tools is that you'll see a menu item called asset tool. So we'll open up that, and it points directly to the database. It has three different capabilities. One is that you can export and import information, you can create custom fields, and that you can import discovery and organization structures. And that's what we're going to do next. So I'll go ahead and select import information. And I've already opened up the organization import template and added some information. So I'll just select that and say open. It'll ask me if I want to import the discovery and organization, and I'll say yes. And then it'll give me a log to tell me what happened, and I can see that the discovery file has been imported successfully, and the organization structure has also been imported successfully. So let's go ahead and close that, and we'll first check the discovery. And here we can see all the networks have been added. Now the version I'm using of SiteAudit 7 is a beta version, so for me to see the organization structure, I've got to close the viewer and then open it again. In the production release, you won't have to do this, and once you've done the import, the organization will show up automatically. So here we can see Happy Company at the top, and then these are the different locations or departments depending how you set it up. And also associated with this is that you'll see the associated discovery information. So in the case of Mountaintop, we can see that there's a network that was added for Mountaintop. Any device discovered within this network would be automatically added into Mountaintop. And the same for the other different locations here. So that's how you use the asset tool import for discovery and organization structure. Now let's try one other thing here. Let's go ahead and add to that import file. And in the case of what we were looking at, you can take a look at, here's the name of the company. Here's the first level in the structure. Here's the second level in the structure. And I could add a fourth level if I wanted to. As we move across here, what we see, these are the discovery parameters that we've added. So in the case of, say, green pasture here, this is the network that's associated with green pasture. This is the location for this particular department or location. And this is the contact details here. Now, this is all added in the first import, okay, down to, from Paradise down to Yonkers. And now what I'm doing is I'm going to add a couple more departments, Newport Beach, and then the next level is Fashion Island, down to a third level called Treasure Place. And again, I've added the appropriate discovery information. So for example, in Fashion Island, there's both a static IP address, there's a range, and then there's a second range. And then for Newport Beach, there's another department under Newport Beach called Monte Carlo, and this is the ranges associated with Monte Carlo. So let's go ahead and close this. And let's go ahead and open up SiteAudit, and we'll install that addition to the organization structure here. So I'll go up to the Tools menu. I'll find Asset Tool. Again, it's pointing to the right database. Then I'll go up to Company, and I'll go ahead and select my new organization import. Say OK. It'll ask me to do the import, and I'll say yes. And again, it'll give me a log file as to whether everything was imported correctly. I can see that it was. So let's go ahead and check out Discovery here. You can see those are all the networks. These are the new ranges that were added, so that's good. And as I mentioned, because I'm using a beta release, I've got to close the viewer and then add it again here. Here we can see the new additions to the organization structure, the Newport Beach, Fashion Island, and Treasure Place. Now, if I was to right click on any of these, and I can see that here's the name, here's the city, here's the email of the person responsible for Treasure Place, here's the contact name, all those added automatically. And again, I could have filled these in as well if I needed those details. Here's the associated discovery information as well. The one other note here is, you notice I've added to the organization structure. However, what I cannot do, so I added to it with a second import, okay? But what I can't do is, if I decide to remove some discovery information, then I can't import that change in discovery. So if I was going to eliminate some ranges or networks, I would need to do that through a manual process, just like you would do in previous versions of SiteAudit. So that's the new asset tool with discovery and organization import. Thanks so much.